I have indeed seen your pirate deck.
But I don't remember if I showed you any other decks since I've gotten the PC set back up.
I don't think I have.
Okay. So which means I have
Let's
4
see.
decks I can play. Cool. That you haven't
So
seen.
obviously, just to introduce you as it's Ada and I am your host today, playing on the screen that you can see. And then we have my friend and opponent for today, which is Ben Drank, which we won't be able to see
Hi.
what his hand is, but you'll be able to. His half of the battlefield on the map as well.
Yeah.
Um, see how it looks once we open up the battle. Doesn't that take out anything too important?
Yes.
You do need moving. I haven't just got like a random symbol on my screen or a random character for no reason. That's a good commander. I've played them before.
Yes. They're only here for the color typing.
Really?
And their ability, of course, but
I was about to say the Gravetide part is pretty cool.
yeah. But mostly it's the ability typing. The color typing. For the deck, so.
Right.
You want to go first, or am I?
Well, I haven't rolled a dice yet, but also obviously I'm grabbing my hand and stuff like that.
Yep, no problem.
Got 16.
Is it alright if I mulligan?
Yeah, you good? I'll stick with what I've got hand-wise. I think it has potential.
That's the downfall of doing a tricolor deck. Kinda got a mulligan sometimes.
Mm-hmm. So for today, I am playing Macheza, the Black Rose. He's a legendary human wizard with Deathron. Whenever this creature attacks, the player with the most life, or tied for the most life, puts a +1/+1. Other creatures you control have Deathron. Whenever a creature you control with a +1/+1 counter on it dies, return that card to the battlefield under your control at the beginning.
Finally, a playable hand.
Then Ben is playing Muldroth the Gravetide. During each of your turns, you may play a land and cast permanent spells of each permanent type from the graveyard. A permanent type is, say, creature, or sorcery, or instant, or land,
Or artifact.
artifact, yeah.
Or enchantment.
Yeah.
One of each type, basically.
Yes.
Which is really nice. And it looks like you get to choose who goes first, so now that I finally got a hand.
Yeah, what'd you get?
I got a 4.
4. Yeah, that's fair. I will go first. I'm gonna put in Shiva's Reef. I'm gonna go tap it, take 1 damage, and I'm gonna use Serum Vision. Draw a card. draw a card, and then I get to try two. Top card, two. Those can stay where they are. And then that one goes into graveyard, and it's yours.
And that's all I can do. Just place a swamp.
No problem. Useful. That's fine. Draw a card. Untap my land. Put a swamp into play, and pass my turn to you.
Tapping 2 to cast Verdant Command, which allows me to choose 2, which
Choose two options. Target player creates 2 tapped 1/1 green squirrel creature tokens, or
yep,
creates
I'm gonna give myself the 2 squirrels.
Yeah. Create counter target loyalty ability of a planeswalker. Exile target card from your graveyard. Target gains 3 life. I assume.
Yeah,
Secondary choice.
from a graveyard, and I'll take the free HP.
Yeah. No problem.
And that shall conclude my turn.
All right. Thank you. So, da, 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 da. Put another swamp into play. Oh, wait. It could be more useful to do it that way. Nah, that's fine. I'm going to pay 1 swamp, bring in Scorn Blade, and obviously I'm going to give its backup to itself.
Okay.
Increase. Set that to. Oh, increase, decrease. I didn't mean to increase, decrease. That's what it should be.
Mm.
And then I will pass the turn to you.
I'll draw myself a card. I'm gonna play a weird card. Putting Rejuvenation Chamber into play. Adding 2 counters to it.
Yep.
I remove a counter at the beginning of my upkeep. If it has no counters, sacrifice it.
Okay.
I'm going to tap it
Into life.
to gain 2 life.
Yep, of course, no problem.
And that will conclude my turn.
Okay. I draw a card. Oh, shit. I'm going to put Smoldering Marsh into play because I control 2 basic lands. It doesn't come in tapped.
Mm-hmm.
Right. Yeah, we're just gonna put. So tapping that one for red, tapping that one for black, and then two colorless. Immerstrom Predator into play.
Okay.
And then I will pass you.
Oh yeah, I got to remove that counter. Putting
One.
Chittering Witch into play, which allows me to create one rat token because I have one opponent, you.
No problem. Okay, cool.
Tap this,
Yep.
gain my 2 life,
Right.
and that will conclude what I can do.
Okie dokie. Card. Everything's put in another swamp. Um, and hold off for a second. Your turn.
Sacrificing this because it has no counters.
Yep, no problem.
Tapping 5 mana to put the Deranged Hermit into play.
Change to Hermit.
Creates 4 plus 1/1 Squirrel tokens, and I
Yeah.
have to pay its cost again next turn. All squirrels get +1/+1.
Yeah, you gotta pay it or it sacrifices.
Yep.
That's fair.
As long as it exists, all squirrels have +1/+1.
All good.
Yep. I'm all set.
Okay. Draw a card. One. Opal Palace is a land that I'm putting into play.
Mm.
It's one that is tap, add one colorless, or pay one and tap. Add one mana of any color in your commander's identity. If you spend this mana to cast your commander, it enters the battlefield with a number of additional +1/+1 counters. Numbers of times it has been cast from the commander. Then I am going to pay one red, one blue. I'm going to take a damage from paying for the blue from Shivering Reef, or Shivan Reef, sorry. One black. One colorless to pay into Opal Palace, and Opal Palace is going to be the last colorless for paying my commander.
Mm.
My commander will come in with a +1/+1. Then I'm going to pay one to sacrifice Scornblade Berserker for their ability. Pay one, sacrifice this creature, draw a card. However, it will disappear and then hit the deck straight away because it has a +1/+1 counter on it. As it comes in, it'll come back in with its original stuff instead of the +1/+1 it has on it. And I'm going to use its ability back up to give Instrument Predator 1 +1/+1 counter. And then I will pass my turn to you.
Tapping all my mana, sacrificing the deranged hermit.
Okay.
Tapping 6 for my commander.
Okay. Okay.
Tapping 6 squirrels.
Yep.
For Convoke. To put this artifact into play.
So you creatures
I have to
can
choose.
have. Yep, no problem. Sorry, I was like reading it. Yeah, that's fine. So
Yep.
reduce the cost by 6. um. Oh, you're choosing squirrels. Chosen type of that one you control have +2/+2. I assume you're choosing squirrels.
Yeah, let me make sure I spell it correctly.
Problem?
I think I spelled it correctly. I don't know. I've been drinking.
There's an extra R, but it's all fine. Is that how they spell on there? Maybe it is how you spell squirrel. Squirrel. Doesn't really matter. We know what it's for. Anyway.
Increase power and toughness. And that shall conclude my turn because I'm out of mana.
Okay. Right. Obviously, beginning of my turn, I'll untap everything. Doi.
Hmm.
Right. I am going to. Yeah. Right. I'm gonna pay 2 colorless. Bring in Demir Signet. Just one of the mana signets.
Hmm.
I'll pay a further 2 colorless to bring in Talisman of Undulance. Undulance. Yeah.
Indulgence from looks of it, but that's
Yeah.
just American in me speaking.
And then I'm going to pay 1 black, and I'm going to do Village Rites, and I'm going to target Emstrom Predator, obviously because it dies and then hit the battlefield again. It just removes the +1/+1 counter from it.
Hmm.
And I'm going to draw 2 cards. I'm going to put a mountain into play, as I haven't put a land into play this turn.
Hmm.
And then, yeah, I'm going to pass. Return to you.
Tapping 1 black and 4 other to be able to pay its buyback cost. Put a 1/1 rat token into play.
Are you paying for its buyback cost?
so I can put it directly back in my hand.
Oh yeah, fair enough. Okay.
That's why it has a buyback cost.
Yeah, you're also playing Madrotha, the Gravetide.
Yeah.
Doesn't matter if it hits the graveyard.
No, it doesn't, but I am all set.
Okay, that's alright then. Card. Right.
Because there are cards in this deck that hurt me if I have no hand. That's why.
That's fine, man. You have your reasons. It's all good. Nestling Ground into play.
My own deck can hurt me if I don't have cards in my hand, which is a problem.
Yeah, yeah. As
I
I said,
needed
that's
to
all good,
solve,
man.
and that's what the backpack's in there for.
Right. So we are gonna do it like this. These. Like these. Take me half a second. I'm just doing some mental gymnasiums here. One colorless, two colorless, 50 boots.
Hmm.
Right. So I'm going to pay one. I'm gonna do that actually.
Mm.
Yeah, I might as well. I'm gonna pay one to equip Swifty Boots to my commander. Then I'm going to pay one the talisman, and I'm going to activate Nestling Ground. Move a counter from one permanent you control to another permanent you control. So I'm going to take the +1/+1 counter on my commander, remove that, and I'm going to give it to the Scorn Blade. Then I'm going to pay another 1 mana, and I'm going to sacrifice the Scorn Blade using its own ability. Sacrifice this card, draw a card. Obviously, as it hits the graveyard and then comes back because of Ezra's
Yep.
ability, it'll lose the +1/+1 counter. As it comes back into play, it'll have the backup ability, so it will come in. I'm going to give a +1/+1 to my commander. um, yeah, it's fine. So then I am going to. That if I wanted to. Yeah, that's fine. I'm going to go to combat. At the start of combat, I'm going to declare one of my attackers, which is Instrum Predator. As I tap him, his ability is going to activate because I'm tapping him to go into combat. He's been tapped. Exile up to one target card from a graveyard. So exile Deranged Hermit, please. And I get to put a +1/+1 counter on him. And then obviously you can go into the next phase, which is you declaring blockers.
Can't do nothing because I ain't got no flying.
Okay, no problem. Then that's 3 damage, please. 4 damage, please. Sorry. And then you go to my second phase. I don't know if there's anything else I'm going to do. Give me half a second just to double check how I feel. Could do that. Yeah. 1, 2, 3. 1. I tap? Reef. Swamp. No, Palace. That's fine. Tapping 1 swamp and then tapping Shivan's Reef for Demerge Signet. 3 total mana. And then I'm going to bring in the artifact Ashnod's Altar. I'm then going to sacrifice a creature, which is going to be Instrum Predator. As it leaves, it'll come back into play. And it'll lose its +1. But beginning of next end step. Oh, that's actually much slower than I thought it was.
So when I end my turn, it'll come back.
Well, next end step. So actually, my next. So it doesn't state mine or yours. It just says next end step. So the next end step would actually be mine. So it's not on there until it comes back around to the end of my turn. But that's fine.
Yep.
Because I wasn't going to use it for anything. It's just making sure it's a proper process. I do have 2 extra mana though, which obviously from the Ashod's altar, because I sacrificed a creature for that.
Yep.
I was looking at something a second ago that I was considering. I don't know. I forget what my plan was, honestly. That's fine. As I pass the turn, I've hit an end step, so obviously Instrum will come back, and it is your turn.
Okay. Drawn a card. Tapping 2 swamps, tapping 2 islands. Sacrificing 2 rat tokens to activate Chittering Witch's ability twice. Sacrifice creature, target creature. Unstrum Predator gets -4/-4 until end of turn. Unfortunately, it can't go below my. If it goes to 0 in toughness, it automatically dies.
I'm going to sacrifice Scornblade Berserker. It's Instrum Predator gains indestructible until end of turn. Tap it.
Now, the real question is, does indestructible prevent its toughness going below 0? When it comes to the negative counters. I mean, it's still end of turn, so technically it would survive. Never mind. Never mind.
Well, I mean, the other thing, which is the part that mattered for me, was that it was going to gain a +1/+1 counter, which means that even if it does die, it doesn't die.
How?
Because it becomes tapped, and then obviously because it becomes tapped, it activates it when it gets tapped ability.
How do you tap it? When it dies, it goes directly to the graveyard, not tapped.
Yeah. Sacrifice another creature. Instrum Predator gains indestructible until end of turn. Tap it.
Okay.
That's its secondary ability, which was the one that was saying was activating, which
okay, well, I'll do this
sacrificed.
The other way then.
Well, you've already declared that you're doing that. That's why I'm doing what I'm doing in response.
Casting a instant out of my graveyard. Your creature that just went to the graveyard, exile it, please.
Yeah, that can be exiled, yeah.
And I will take my 2 scroll tokens that come into play tapped.
Okay.
You just set their power and toughness correctly. And for now, I'm all set.
Problem. Indestructible permanents can still be put into the graveyard by other means, such as the legendary rule by sacrifice, or in the case of creatures having 0 or less toughness. So it would die, but then obviously it would bounce
It'd
back
still
to
come
plus again.
back. Okay,
Yeah.
so it just doesn't have that +1/+1 anymore.
Right. So untap everything. Draw a card. That's fine. That then. I'm going to pay 1 red. I'm going to be Cryoblast. I'm going to Cryoblast Moltorotha.
Alright.
Graveyard. I'm going to pay 2 swamps. Bring in Arcane Signet. Um, I'm going to use Nestling Ground to move the +1/+1 from Mochesra to Instrum.
Mm-hmm.
Play recently. Summoning Sickness. I will have to pass. Oops, that's
Okay, drawing a card. Alright, tapping 9.
yep.
Right? 2, oh, 5, 7, my bad. To play Kindred Summons. Choose a creature type. Squirrel. Reveal cards from the top of your library until you reveal X creature cards.
Okay.
X is the chosen number of, or X is the number of creatures you control of that type. I control
8.
8. So I'm just going to start revealing. That's not it. 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 That's not it.
Do you even have 7 in there?
Plus, why?
That's why I was just checking, because I don't know if you're just going to be wasting our time just searching through your library repeatedly.
Don't mind me just searching through my entire deck.
Seems like it.
Well, there's 1 out of 8.
Not even readable. The hell is City of Death, dude?
Enchantment Saga.
Not got any info, dude.
As the saga comes into play, at a lore counter. At one lore counter, create a treasure token. 2 through 6. Create a copy that is a copy of target non-saga token you control.
Okay.
There's 2. Do I? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So I get all but 1. Okay. So yes, I do have enough to wait. I get 8 squirrels in total.
Yeah.
Okay. Now I'm just gonna pull them out of the library, if that's okay with you,
Okay.
because that's all I have. Literally 8 squirrels left in the deck.
Okay.
1, 2, 3, 4. 5, 6, 7, and then do I have any more? Nope, that's all I have. That's every single squirrel I own.
One moment.
Oh, sorry. So for argument's sake, I'm just going to make this very easy for you. And just literally reveal my library to you.
What for?
So this way you can see, because I am 1 under the requirement of total squirrels. So, which means I have to go out until I run out of cards, meaning I get to show you, you get to see my entire deck. I'm just going to pull Chitterfang in and out of my hand real quick, and same with Toski, to indicate that they're alive and creatures that are living now.
Um,
Yes.
you don't have an 8th card you can draw, can you?
No. That's why I revealed my entire library to you, as a common courtesy. I am short 1 squirrel. Last I understood, if it ended in a dead end like that, you reveal your entire library and then you resolve it, because you can't,
You can't resolve it, so you've drawn out you've revealed everything from your library. You can't draw the last card. Because obviously you draw into an empty deck, essentially, because you can't draw the last card. That's what I'm considering right now.
Well, if I need to
In
undo the
which
turn, I
your
can.
thinking causes a player to lose the game for attempting to draw a card from an empty library. Only effects or actions that implicitly cause the player to draw, i.e., put that card into your hand. It doesn't. It says put it into the battlefield, but it does tell you to draw. Will cause the player to lose the game.
So which means I need to redo that. Okay.
Because you draw from a zone, you don't have anything you can draw from.
Okay. Untapping all of that, putting that back in my hand.
Sorry, I mean, like we
Tapping
can go
to
through it, but it would go through to a
dead end. Yep.
Yeah.
So I'm going to fix that because I have exactly 7 squirrels. And there's only one target that can get -2/-2 until end of turn, which I could care less about. So
Oh, yeah. He's the flying one.
and
Yours
then
are
I'm going to
-2,
shuffle my
-2.
deck real quick because I just went through crazy stuff. And then I will pass my turn.
Okay.
Since yeah, that breaks the game. Go. No.
Yeah. Well,
I have to
I
keep
was
track
just
of
thinking
how many
the
squirrels I have in total.
yeah. I was just thinking of the normal rules where if you were to draw into an empty deck, you lose. And so you would be technically drawing into an empty deck because you've revealed it all, and you can't reveal anymore to then draw. So you lose. That's as we said.
All right.
Yeah. Fine. I'm going to go into the start of combat. I'm going to declare my attacker, which is Predator. Gain a +1/+1 count. And I will destroy Verdant Command. And then blockers.
4, 5. I can't. You have this thing called flying that I don't have currently.
Fine. Sorry, just had to check something. Then the other thing I'm going to do is I'm going to pay 1 mountain and activate Nestling Ground, and I'm going to move. I move a +1/+1 from Instrum Predator over to my commander. Just one.
Okay.
And you remove 1 and move. Toughness. Then I will pass the turn to you.
Right. Now I can do that. Now that I have exactly 7 squirrels.
Yep.
To use that. Okay, now I can. Oh shit. View library. 1, 2. 3.
Ooh.
4. 5. 6. 7. Untap them. Deselect. Put them all into play. Alright. That will now resolve because the rest of the cards get shuffled into my library.
Squirrel Mob has plus 13, plus 18. Plus 14, plus 14, sorry. And plus another extra 2.
So let me start with the first batch, which is +2/+2, because all squirrels get +2/+2. Mob squirrel I'll do last because it's 13, okay. Come down here for a moment. Come down here for a moment. All of you go up an additional 1/1 because you are all squirrels.
You'd take off the one that doesn't gain it for itself, right?
Yeah, he didn't gain it himself. He's only getting the +2/+2 right now
Yeah, that's fine. Just making sure.
from the obelisk. And then there's 1, 3, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13 squirrels. So he gets +13/+13. Ah, God. 14, 15, 16, 17, 18.
Yeah. Click the set 2.
That's exactly what I did.
Makes it a bit quicker.
And 18, 18.
No problem.
And I am all set.
Okay.
Good lord.
Three. 5. Puppeteer cliche is going to come into play. I'm going to pay 1 to attach Swifties to it.
Hmm.
Then I'm going to go to combat. One attacker, 2 attackers. As they're both attacking, they get a +1/+1 from Death Run. Attacking, and our healths are equal.
Yep, so it's what, 5 and 4, that's a
And
9 go down, okay.
Immersive Predator also gets an extra 1 because of his own ability, where when he becomes tapped, he gets +1/+1.
Exile
And
up to 1 target card, so you gotta pick a card to exile.
Kindred Summon. Not like you got use for it anyway.
Considering this is only half the deck, I haven't pulled out the other half yet.
Well, yeah, but the creature type you have here, you can't pull any more of.
True. The other creature types I have can. Alright, well, I took my 9 HP.
Um, um, yeah, that's fine. I will pass the turn.
Tap, draw a card. 3 mana to put Spider Silk Armor into play. Increase toughness for everything by 1, and now they all have reach.
Fair enough. I am going to pay 3 to cycle a card. Field.
And, no, I won't. I'm required to because he says he has to attack every turn.
Mm-hmm.
So I'm attacking with just Toski,
Fine.
which is a 4/5 indestructible. He has to attack every turn. So combat damage, so I get to draw a card.
Mm-hmm.
Next phase goes. I'm gonna put down a land because I'm drawing a land this turn. Luckily, Squirrel at Calm. I have 8 lands, so it gets an additional +2/+2. Making it a
Got your
7/8.
9.
I have to have 8 or more lands.
Okay, sorry. There was a different one I read where it was talking about having more lands than the opponent. Apologies.
No, I have 8 or more lands. I just hit 8, so. And I shall end my turn.
Okay. Swap out the land I put in. I'm going to put Trinite. Sorry, my bad. Trinite Sanctum into play. Um. To pay 2. Yep, Trinite Sanctum. And Majesro is going to become a Puppeteer Cliche is going to become a god in addition to its current existence.
Hmm.
+1/+1.
Says target legendary creature.
Oh, that will have to be her.
Sorry, I was just not trying to be picky. It says
Yeah, it's
legendary.
fine.
If it said creature, I'd be like, okay, no problem. But it says legendary, so.
Fine, dude.
Hmm.
I'll pass the turn to you.
Put down island. And now I have to tap. Tapping. tapping 8 land to put Muldra into play. Increase power and toughness. Got to increase the toughness by 1 because he now has reach. Thanks to Sweater Silk. And I pass my turn for now.
Okay. Okay, one red and put in Ironwork. Apprentice comes in with the +1/+1 counter on it. Uh, I'm going to pay 4 and going to sacrifice Trinite Sanctum to put an indestructible counter on the god.
Oh, nice.
I'll pass the turn to you.
Drawing card. Tapping 4 to put down Glimmer of Manipulation. Attaches to a land. It allows me to tap a land and discard a card. Which the card I'm going to be discarding is And I have an inn to gain control of target creature until end of turn. I will be taking your commander until end of turn, please.
As a response to that, I'm going to sacrifice the ability of Ashhold's Altar. Sacrifice a creature, Maturza.
Nice.
Which means that as
Alright,
that
well,
resolves, I gain 2 extra mana, Maturza dies, and then also whenever a creature, so she will die and also come back.
yeah. Bringing yourself back. Congratulations. Okay, so you just nullified that. You got rid of her until the end of turn. Neat.
Yep.
Alright, then I will be tapping 3 mana to play And I have an Inn, which gives me 1 life plus X. X is equal to the amount of green creatures in play. I don't believe you have any green, so I have 1, 2, 3, 4, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16. Right? Yeah, 16. 1, 10, 5. Who the hell is calling me at this hour? 1 sec.
Okay.
Sorry about that.
Fine.
Getting my... Oh, I went down one? No, I'm supposed to go up 2. Whoops, I went -1 instead of plus. Oops. There, give me my 16 health.
Mm-hmm.
And then I shall attack with everything.
Top tier is going to block the 18-18.
Alright.
Top tier will die and then come back because it persist.
Yep. Yep. So that one's dealt with.
Call it tapped for now. Block. Yes, and that one will die as well. But
Okay.
I'll resolve that in a second.
It has a +1/+1 counter and it'll come back at 0/0, which a lot will die anyway, so...
No, it won't. It won't come back because she's not in play. The only reason the square crow came back is because it has its own ability called persist.
Ah.
Power is reset because just half a second. Can't win it.
Yeah.
Because I can block one of the other large ones, which is fine, but then
And
the 4/4s is actually what gets me nodding.
yeah.
Fine.
Good game. That's a squirrel deck. Actually, it's a squirrel rat deck.
Yes.
Let's see.
However, unfortunately, found myself not drawing any of my creatures bar the ones you saw. Which is kind of useless.
Oh, let's try this deck.
Doesn't do half badly with creatures.
Did you want to keep going?
Yeah. Just checking something. No. Why not?
I should really pull out my commander.
So, we have Kenneth the Return of the King, which is a multi. It's there for people to read for half a moment.
He has every color on his deck.
Yes, yeah, he's a utility card. Say anything.
Yeah. Really good utility card.
Got Koshai's Patient Warlord. See how well this one works. 4.
12. I can go first.
Problem.
No, put a land into play and go ahead.
Problem. We'll gain a land. Now I'll pass to you. Oh, that's not what I was trying.
That's strange. Anyway, I am also my turn.
Ah, okay.
CMC cost of this deck is not cheap.
Command Tower. At my forest to bring in Elvish Mystic.
Hmm.
Pass to you.
Tapping free to put Coral Burial into play. When it comes into play, put a 1/1 blue squid token with Island Walk into play.
Okay, no problem.
And I am all set.
Okay. Right. Rogue Passage into play. Okay, 1, 2, 3. Koshai Patient Warlord.
Okay.
We'll pass the turn to you.
Put a land into play, tap one and one other, putting another wall into play. Green and blue spells cost me one less colorless mana to play.
Okay.
And I'm all set.
Oh, alright, that's awesome. uh, wait. 1, 2, 3. And Rishkar, Peman, Renegade. When Rishkar enters the battlefield, put a +1/+1 counter on each of up to 2 target creatures. Each creature you control with a counter on it has tap, add 1 mana.
Hmm.
So I'm putting it on Koshai, and I'm putting it on Rishka because they can both be tapped for mana.
Hmm.
It's your turn.
Why is he a 0/6? He should be a 1/6.
Be a 1/6.
Koshai. What the?
What do you? Okay.
You
I
put a
forget.
+1/+1 counter on him.
I know. I did. That's why I'm confused why it's not doing it, because
What
I
the
did
heck?
do +1/+1. Because I definitely did +1/+1.
What the heck?
Well, I thought I did
Why is
+1/+1.
that card? Why is that card so glitchy?
No idea. He no want to fight. He no go rar. He go shh.
Tapping 5 mana. To put him into play.
Okay.
And I shall end my turn.
Okay. Not bad. I'll pay 1. Bring Commander's Plate into play. Equipped creature gets +3/+3 and has protection from each color that is not in the commander's identity.
Oh.
Um, we'll pay 1, 2, 3 to attach Koshai with that. Because I don't have the mana to attach it to anyone else. Yeah, no. Five, six, seven. And I will pass my turn.
Gotta put mana gate into play. Comes into play tapped.
Okay.
I have to set annotation of the color I want. I'm gonna set it black.
Okay.
Setting for other to put Marine Wall into play. And I will conclude my turn.
Right. So I'm going to pay 3. bring in Tree Folk Umbra, which is an enchantment aura. Enchant creature. Enchanted creature gets +0/+2 and assigns combat damage equal to their toughness rather than power. Also, totem armor. If enchanted creature would be destroyed, instead remove all damage from it and destroy this aura.
Nice.
Toughness. Um, yeah, that's fine. I'll hold. Your turn. But I've got no mana.
Hmm. Con gaze. It allows me to have my gates enter the battlefield without tapping and all that fun stuff. Anyhow, tapping this and this. One green, one other. Green spells
Okay.
cost one less, allowing me to get this into play. Tapping this for its green to use the +1/+1 counter ability. Because it's a green, it's a spell, it costs me one less, and I can put it on my green
It's not a
creature.
spell, it's an ability. Which card's giving you the reduced cost anyway? Sorry, I'm getting a bit lost here.
Sunscape Familiar. Green spells.
Sunscape's familiar. Sunscape's familiar. Yes, green spells. Yeah, no, that's an ability. So the other stuff, yes, crack on. Fair enough. But
Okay.
that's fine. Yeah. But you are paying a +1/+. Guardian. Got it. Cool. No problem.
Tapping additional 2 to put Fortified Rampart 0/6 up.
Mm-hmm.
And I shall pass my turn.
Okay, no problem. And that useful. Just need to get stuff out of my hand, to be honest. Right. At those three. I'll bring in Bone Sabers. It's equipment that's got to stay with it.
Bone Sabers, whenever it attacks, put floor +1/+1 counters on it. Oh boy.
And then I will pass the turn.
One white, one other. Enchantment. Walls may attack as if those they were not walls.
Yeah, fair enough.
However, it does not ignore the defender rule, which kind of sucks, but hey. Which means I have one additional wall that can attack. Because with the defender rule, defenders can attack, but also walls as a card type cannot attack.
Yeah, yeah.
So, putting a land into play because I didn't put one into play. It's supposed to come into play tapped, but I have another card that says it doesn't come into play tapped.
Not a gate card.
Oh, you're right. It isn't. My bad. My bad.
It allows you to search for a gate card, so
Huh?
you know.
It's to help me get my gates out here, which I don't care about the final part about winning the game. I don't give a fuck about that. That's not. Well, that's a option, but
Wait,
I
what's the
need to
final
get a
part?
Pacific
Oh, if you
gate.
control 10 or more gates. I didn't even notice that part, but yeah, that's cool.
Yeah, 10 or more gates, I automatically win the game. Which is not how I plan to win this.
Yeah, fairs. Um, okay, we're gonna tap for mana. And we're gonna bring in an enchantment, which is called Concord with the Kami. At the beginning of your end step, choose one or more. Put a +1/+1 counter on target creature with a counter on it. Draw a card if you control enchanted creature. Create a 1/1 colorless spirit token if you control an equipped creature.
Fine.
Oh, I've got a different issue right now. My hand is a real problem. Almost nigh unusable and slowly stacking up against me, not for me. So it's yeah. Yeah, I'll go to my end step, and then obviously as I go to my end step, I have each of those. I'll put a +1/+1 counter on Rishkar. Then, because obviously I control somebody who's enchanted, I'm going to get to draw a card.
And you control equipped creature, so you get to create a token. Nice.
Yes, yeah. Yeah, sorry, I was reading the card I drew. There is that one there. And then I will pass the turn.
Here we go, another gate. It's supposed to enter the battlefield tap. It doesn't.
Good, yeah.
Once. One. Because I can produce green with one gate, I'm going to do it twice.
Mm-hmm. Wait, sorry?
2 +1/+1 counters because I can afford it twice because I have 2 greens at my disposal every turn.
Yeah, that's fine. Yeah. I get what you're doing. That's fine.
And then tapping. Tap this, return it to my hand, and
That's your gate card.
search.
No problem.
Whoops. That's supposed to be in there. Search your library for a gate. Okay, so I get to choose what gate.
Mm-hmm.
Cool. I'm going to put Boulder's Gate into play. And then I get to shuffle my
Oh, Baldur's
library.
Gate. I didn't
Yeah.
realize they had that in here. That's cool.
Yeah, it's an actual gate card.
Nice. And didn't, yeah. I still need to finish it.
I haven't played it, so.
Oh, it's worth
And I've
it.
already put down a land this turn, so I have to end my turn.
Okay. Checking the keyword on something.
Yeah, because that commander's play is really nasty, because I only can block whoever has that with green.
Yeah. Kind of the point.
Yeah,
Otherwise, I become free real estate. Unfortunately,
that's no problem.
especially against a deck like Kenrith.
Kenrith is probably the least intimidating card in here.
He possesses his own problems, but yeah,
Yeah,
it's more that him as a card build is its own problem.
I needed every color, so I was like, he'll work.
Yeah.
And he does solve another problem I have with the deck, so. Or two.
Um. Okay. Feel free to block this with a defender. I'm literally just doing it because I need something to give me more mana. So I'm going to attach Bone Saber to Spirit Token, and then I'm going to attack with the Spirit Token so that it gets tokens so that then Rishkar can actually activate on Spirit Token.
So it goes from a 1/1 to a 5/5. Oh boy.
Yes, but it's also just pretty much there for mana. But I'm doing steps. So just 1 second. Doing right now. Probably not. No, that's fine. Then yeah, we'll go to attacker, declare attacker.
Okay, I will block with my 1/1 squid token because it's only there to abuse Island Walk, and I have no way to turn any of your land into Island Walk, so might as
Fair
well
enough.
get rid of it.
And that
So
gives me 1 extra mana now. Yay. God, this took fucking long.
Wait, what?
Well, its Spirit Token is now usable for mana because it has tokens on it. Obviously, Rishkar, I can't use it unless it has a counter on it. But if it has a counter on it, I can use it for mana. And
Yeah, anything that has a counter on it.
As you can see, currently I only have 4 mana, 5 mana, if it's not from Rishkar. Is quite irritating.
Yeah, all your creatures 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 mana in total. It's not bad.
If I don't want to defend myself. But yes,
if you don't want to defend yourself.
And then we'll go to the second main phase. Tap 1 Forest, an Elvish Mystic, Belt of Giant Strength into play.
Ooh, that might be a nice one I might want to throw into this deck in the future.
And then
I knew I was missing a card or two.
End step. And I'll add a +1 to Koshai. For a card, do I want to do that? Because it does say choose, so I could choose not to. I've already got 6 cards in my hand, so I can draw a card. That's fine. Bad. Okay. And then create a colorless spirit token. Yeah. Oh, you know what I need? I need that nest. No, I hadn't put that on here. Yeah, the one that allows me to move counters.
Yeah, it'll come in handy. Putting that into play tapped.
Okay.
Because it cost me 1 less to put down, I will put down Jungle Patrol.
A wood token. That's a new one.
It's an old one.
It counts as a wall. Cool. Really quite thematic as well, because it's like, add 1 red, which is fitting for burning a wood token. Oh, that's cool. Yeah, all right.
Yeah. It's really nice. Tapping 1, another.
Yep.
For green to get this one power and toughness.
No problem.
Tapping 1, tapping 2, tapping this. I get mana in 1 color, green. equal to the amount of gates I have. That's 4. That's enough to pay for that twice over.
No problem. Crack on.
Sorry, you have a 512, and I gotta kind of get some defenses up.
Of course, no problem.
And I'm all set.
Okay.
Sitting here playing Jenga, my dude, with my mana.
Yes, I'd say I'm doing similar, but in a slightly different way. Hey, look, my first actual mana are on the field instead of creature mana.
Yeah.
Been a while.
And a minute.
Um, okay. Um, hey, look, you got a nice juicy 0/6 wall there you can use to defend, right?
Amongst other things.
I'm gonna pay 3. I'm gonna put Bone Sabers on the other spirit token. What I'm gonna do? Yeah. Also gonna summon one of the things that's in my hand, which is Blackblade Reforged. I just want it out of my hand. Actually, I'm gonna do the same with the other one. So Spirit Token and Elvish Mystic to get rid of the sort of powers onto the field. I'm gonna go to attack, and I'm going to attack with the Spirit Token. Who would you like to defend with? Obviously, as is attacking it. Yeah, so
Axebane Guardian, which is a 6/9.
okay, fair enough.
Not trying to be rude, but you do realize you get a free +1/+1 per turn, right? At the end of your turn, you can just put it on the
Nope,
spirit
I
tokens.
can't. Read that card again. No, I can't.
Oh, with a counter on it. Oof.
That's fine. Spirit Token destroyed. Um,
My bad.
fine. I was trying to do some diplomacy. It's fair enough. All good.
So am I. I would like to build up a little bit more before things get out of hand. Like, you already got multiple 5/5, and I'm just like, oh, I can defend with like 4 creatures. Oh boy. Trying to keep what I can defend a little outnumbered than what you can attack with for defense points.
Fine.
Otherwise, I wouldn't have had a problem.
Um, I'm going to tap those 2. I'm going to attach Sword of Hours. Crochet. And then I'm going to pass the turn to you. Oh, end turn stuff that happens. Sorry, Spirit.
Yep, do your end turn stuff. Go ahead.
Yeah. And I'll draw a card. I will choose to draw a card. Okay, cool.
You know what? I'll save this for now. I don't want to play this yet.
Okay.
Tap this. Tap this. Return it to my hand. Get myself another gate. What gate do I want? I got a couple of them. I'll put Basilisk Gate into play.
Cool, cool.
I got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 gates. Yay! One, two, three, four for an additional 2 taps of that.
Okay.
Tapping 2 land. Tapping this. I have 5, so it gives me 5 mana, which I
Mm-hmm.
only can put 4 into this.
No problem.
Give me an additional 2 into that. And I'm all set.
Okay. One, two, three, four. Belt of the Giant Strength attached to Koshai. Koshai's base power becomes 10 and base toughness becomes 10, which means that he goes up by 10.
So he's a 16. I'll say he loses 5 of that because it only goes up 5 in the defensive department.
Yes.
So his defense goes down by 5.
Five visuals.
Making it. He's a freight train. A
Mm,
scary freight train.
um, yeah, I will pay. Mm, yeah, that's fine. I will pay 3 mana. Bring Isho Enlightened Bushai into the battlefield.
Nice.
Swap round the mana issues. Was. Um, your turn.
Tapping 4 to put castle into place. Creatures that are untapped get +2 defense.
Cool. Also, that card art looks really fuzzy.
Yeah, it's an old card art.
It's not. It's not even just the card art. Like, look at the word enchantment. Look at it on a different card. It looks like someone's just taken a bad photo.
Looks like, yeah. Probably what it is.
No, almost certainly. There are some very crisp ones out there.
But it's a good card, so.
Maze. Yeah. Oh, so you remember Maze comes into battlefield tapped.
Oh, yeah. 1, 2, giving me 5. Tapping this for the 6th one. Allowing me to pump 3 into somebody. I gotta start diversifying my defense.
Okay.
1, 2, 3 into the defensive department. And I shall pass my turn.
Okay.
I forgot to tap this one. Whoops, my bad. Forgot to tap Baldur's Gate, which was required for that.
Yeah, that's all, man. That's all good, bud.
I don't like that. Mm.
Okay. 1, 2. No, 3. You're right.
Yeah.
Black blade reforged onto Kokai. 3, 4, 5, 6. Uh, okay, 4 mana. And Koshite is unblockable this turn. Go to combat. I attack with a 22 in 22, 24, 24 commander damage.
Good game. One shouting with the commander. Always fun.
Yeah, but that's also what that deck's about. And that also is actually one of those ones where that would have won me a multi-game as well. Because whenever Koshai Patient Warlord deals combat damage to an opponent, you draw that many cards. So I would have drawn 24 cards. And then Koshai deals that much damage to each other opponent, which means there would have been 24 commander damage to multiple people. But
Yep.
at the same time, I would have had multiple people trying to stop that card from existing. So.
And this deck is not built. Well, it is. It's just I didn't get the cards I needed.
That's all good, man. I could have had a lot faster start, but I had almost no fucking land for way too long in that game. Also, I needed a reliquary tower, because if I had a reliquary tower, I would have felt a lot general. I'm all good with stopping there if you are. I
Yeah,
don't know
sounds good to me.
because it's been 2 hours and it's been a good stream. And thank you, people, for being here. We appreciate you. We will. Is it next? What am I doing?
Hey, don't we have a D&D session tomorrow?
We do have a D&D tomorrow, which is all good for me because I go to sleep in the morning.
I was gonna say, don't we have D&D tomorrow?
Yes, we do. We do have D&D tomorrow. I was just thinking, as in specifically
Magic?
from this point of view. I haven't got anything specifically next weekend. I think the only thing I've got is seeing my mum, so I might do the stream a little earlier rather than a little later. But yeah, so we will see you guys then, I believe.
Alright. See you later.
Bye.